Torres will be joining PSG this summer, which would finally give Barca the money to sign Julian Alvarez. And when that happens, Barca will have a brand new MSN of Anthony Gordon, Julian Alvarez, and Lamine Yamal. Can they actually live up to the original MSN? So today, I'm taking over the trio's entire career to see if they can win Barca the treble and become the greatest trio of all time. But what has happened to this Barca trio? They're a bunch of bums now. Julian Alvarez is back to being a teenager. A minus 22 for him. A minus 22 for Lamine Yamal. And a minus 19 for Anthony Gordon. Why has this happened? Well, that's because they're in the La Liga 2nd division and are lined up with the worst Barcelona players available. But they also don't even have wonder kids Hamza and Tonkara to help them out. Well, this is because they're forced to restart, and once they're back in the Champions League, facing against some of the best trios of all time. For example, Real Madrid have Cristiano Ronaldo, Karim Benzema, and Gareth Bale back in the side, all at 16 years old. Not only that, they also have the likes of Kylian Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, and Vinicius Jr., which makes the treble even harder. However, some teams don't have their best trio, but they have their best ever three of all time. For example, someone like Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane play together and are the best right wing and left wing for Liverpool. But up front, they have Luis Suarez, so that's even more dangerous than you can imagine. And I know you're probably wondering, where is MSN? Well, I'll let you know in just a little bit. But this GAY front three have a long way to go to eventually win the treble. But don't worry, that's why I'm the manager here, to make signings. 10 million to spend already. But take a look at this. Julian Alvarez cannot pass the ball. But we're not even going to improve that. We want the advanced forward role. Lamine Yamal actually looks pretty good. But then when you look at his face, Harry Maguire is faster than this guy. But for this season, we're giving him the inside forward. And finally, we have Gordon. Just like in real life, he's nothing but pace. Inside forward for him as well. So now with only 10 million to spend, I think up first, as always, we need to go for that goalkeeper. Three pretty good options. Pierce Charles, who came from the City Academy. Thiago Pereira Cardoso guy, I don't even know what country he is. Or Mexican Alex Padilla, who has decent amount of La Liga experience. And I decided to spend 3 million on Alex Padilla because he was the cheap. Goalkeepers are easy to sign, but we need some huge players if we want to promote Barca back to La Liga this year. Padilla is already a huge improvement, but when it comes to the next signing, it's a bit tricky. First of all, we are playing that 4-2-3 holding formation, where Anthony Gordon and Lamine Yamal will be playing as inside forwards and Julian Alvarez as the advanced. And in terms of overalls, the CDM is the second weakest. But I actually want to sign a playmaking center mid, or even an attacking mid that would just play in that center. And I thought he would have a club. Gilberto Mora is available. He is the perfectly coded Barca player. I normally don't get him, but I think today I have to. So there we go, for absolutely free. He joins the likes of Lamine Yamal. This kid has Ballon d'Or potential. Speaking of the Ballon d'Or, in this challenge, I at least want one of our players to win the Ballon d'Or. But it's tough with the likes of Prime Messi, Prime Ronaldo, and even Prime Mohamed Salah around. So there we go. He is now the left center mid here, and he is going to be that roaming playmaker. That's enough Mexican signings for a video. We're gonna go for CDM, and we have around 7 million left. And I have shortlisted 3 options. Nathan the Cat, who has just joined Hoffenheim. Shay Charles from Southampton. Komoto. As you can tell, they're all above 6'1". It's because Busquets and Rodri were around the same height, and I want somebody similar. And because we saved money with Mora, we were able to sign the best one in Shay Charles for only 7 million. Take a look at this brand new lineup. Team could definitely push for promotion. And you guys are also wondering, where are the current day Barca players? First, it's time for a new MSN's debut. As there we have Gordon and Julian, and Yamal is leading the line because he's the cap. There he is, man. He's gonna be the main guy. Looking for the middle, he finds Julian. Julian with a through ball. It's actually pretty decent. Anthony Gordon, you're nothing but pace. Find the ball into Julian. Oh, come on. They're kind of bad. Gilberto gives it all the way into Lamine. Come on, the brand new MSN. Can they score? It falls into Julian. Cuts to his left. Julian Alvarez, and it goes in. Julian is the first of the 3 to get a goal. Let's go. And here comes Lamine Yamal on the ball in the second half. It was a dead first half. A great pass into Julian Alvarez. Scores into Gordon, and it goes in. Gordon gets his first goal. 2 out of the 3 have scored tonight. Julian Alvarez on the ball, gives it into Gui Fernandez through ball. Into Lamine, the only front 3 player to not score. But it's a great pass instead. Into Gordon, and it goes in. This front 3 is already cooking, but it's only League 2. And the whistle is blown. A great performance from all 3, as they all got involved in 2 goals each. Subscribe and comment down below who you think will be the Ballon d'Or winner. Former Barca players were released free agency, spread out throughout world football, like Rafinha is now at Inter, and John Garcia has landed at Juve. MSN, here it goes. Messi, Neymar, and Suarez are all in Barca's second biggest rivals, Espanyol. But as a punishment, because they're not in Barcelona, Espanyol has also received Busquets, Andres Iniesta, and Xavi Hernandez, the greatest midfield trio of all time. Winning the treble has gotten even harder. But they were nowhere near promotion. pushing, finishing in 20th place. With 66 goals conceded, I think that might be the problem, you know. And surprisingly, Gordon is the top goal scorer with 12, 7 and 5 for Lamine, and 7 and 4 for Julian. They had decent seasons, you know. But the fact that our highest clean sheet is 8, we need at least double digits, man. But look at Gordon, went up a +3 to a 66. Forgot Julian's Alvarez rating, but he's now at a 67. And Lamine Yamal, I think, only went up a little bit to a 68. While the likes of Gilberto Mora and Shea Charles went up to 75 and Padilla to 73. I thought this team would do so much better, man. And not a single team of the season inclusion. I need to make more signings to promote Barca, because if not, this trio is never winning the treble. Meanwhile, in La Liga, Jude Bellingham is still the top goal scorer, but Fernando Torres, Benzema, Luis Suarez, Falcao, who's part of the Atletico all-time team, Kylian Mbappe, even Vinicius Jr. We have a long journey still. But in season number 2, we do have 20 million to spend. And the question is that enough money to improve on this defense? Or should we make a sacrifice like selling Gilberto Mora straight away or Shea Charles? But first, let's find out who we can sign. As first, I'm going for that center back. And it's going to be a small improvement, but I want to go for Ruud Nijstad, the Dutch center back. It only costed us 7 million, and maybe he could be the next Ronald Koeman here at FC Barcelona. And it's a slight improvement as he's playing on the left. And next to him, Cortés is the same overall, but I want somebody a little bit more experienced. First, that center mid spot is also underrated. If we could get another great passer, this brand new front three can score way more goals. This is an interesting player, Robert Jan van Wijzemael. I don't know how to say that name. He's a right mid that can play center mid, and at 71 overall, he's extremely cheap and doesn't have much potential, but he will help us for the time being. And it only costed us 5 million, and I think it's a great signing. Who knows, he might become a world beater here at the Camp Nou. So there we go. Now in that center mid spot, he has joined. I'm surprised he didn't go down in overall. Now it's up to find experienced center back with 8 million left to spend. And look who's still playing football. Thiago Silva. It's gonna cost less than 2 million. Come to the team, man. So literally for only 1 million, we're bringing in one of the greatest center backs of all time. And hey, we still have 7 mil. I need to find to see who I can sign. And I'm gonna go ahead and sign another midfielder, Alejandro Granados. So he will be our final signing. He's gonna be a squad player. But very soon, some big teams are gonna come in for our players. So having great backups is always a great addition. So there is Granados on the bench and Thiago Silva in the starting 11. This team to be fighting for promotion. Even if we just miss out, I want a playoff spot. And Julian Alvarez shooting is already looking so much better. We're gonna go for the poacher this time around. Lamine Yamal looks great. Dude, we need to fix that pace ASAP. 59 pace is disgusting. And I have to give him respect. He was our top goal scorer. We're gonna go for the wide playmaker. We need his passing to be a lot better. And at the end of the season, Barcelona just made the playoffs. They could have just made it if they got in one more win in automatic. And things are not looking good as they're currently 3-1 down to Almeria. And some of these Almeria players have scored lots of goals. However, there's a twist when it comes to the average football. But as you can see, they have Luis Javier Suarez and Darwin Nunez. And that is because anytime they face a team that don't have an amazing trio, teams like Almeria will get some of their best players in the last decade or two. So can the new MSN do it? A win gets them closer to promotion, but a loss keeps them in La Liga 2 for another year. And the semi-final kicks off. They play with one striker, and I see Suarez is the one starting, but Darwin Nunez will probably come on in the second half as Gordon is through 1v1. Can he find Lamine, or is he gonna shoot instead? It's a great save from Fernando. But actually, Darwin Nunez is starting off the left. They're both on the pitch. This is not good. Come UD Almeria. Nico on the ball into Darwin Nunez. This is not good, but both of them are on the pitch. Luis Javier Suarez into Arnau Martinez, and it goes in. UD Almeria go 1-0 up. That's like 4-1 in aggregate. Come on, new MSN. You guys need to cook. Lamine Yamal gets rid of one in a second. Here comes Lamine. Loses it. He's not special right now. Great tackle. Now Alejandro Granados gives it into Mora. Mora into Gordon. All the way wide. Into Lamine Yamal. Cuts back. Tries to square into Julian. He can't find them. Oh, Alex Munoz into Nico. It falls into Darwin Nunez. It might just be over. Where's Thiago Silva when you need him? Nico Emar gives it into Arna, who finds Luis Javier Suarez. It might be over, boys. Shot saved by Padilla. Nico Emar on the ball. He falls in the middle. Luis Javier Suarez. Padilla with another great save. And it's a cross it. Can we win this header? Oh, Padilla, another great save, man. Second half now. Lamine is on the ball. Dude, we've been getting absolutely dominated. Gilberto Mora actually into Julian Alvarez. Through ball into Anthony Gordon. Come on, just one goal, and we can't do anything, man. It's over. They're knocked out. They're not promoting. It's clear these guys are not good enough. They need to try harder. But it was a better season for them. 19 goals for Julian, 11 and 1 for Gordon. But Lamine is the one choking, man. 5 goals and 4 assists. He should be the top assister, not Shea Charles. The growth looks incredible. Yamal, Gordon 71, Julian 71. Lamine Yamal actually went up, but didn't produce enough. 75 for this Belgian guy, 78 for Charles, 78 for Mora, Nitch at 71. Thiago Silva actually maintained his overall. That is huge. Padilla 77, and even Granados to a 72. Gordon and Alvarez deserve their team of the season. Lamine Yamal, you will have to do better next season, man. And kicking off season 3, it's not the best news. Shea Charles has decided to leave the club and accepted an offer from Galatasaray. Some of our players are getting too good, and they're gonna start leaving. Front 3 needs to step up and get us to La Liga. And obviously that CDM spot gets weaker, but remember, Charles was our top assister last. I'm actually going to change some of these roles. Maybe Lamine isn't naturally an inside forward. We're gonna give him the wide playmaker, and he's gonna be the one creating chances, while Alvarez and Gordon will still maintain their roles. Like, come on, Lamine. Shea Charles was a holding midfielder, and he got more assists than you. And maybe it's because his passing is extremely weak. We're gonna give him the wide playmaker so he can master it. Alvarez's growth has been sensational. I wanna give him the false 9 to help around, also playmate. And weirdly, Anthony Gordon has been the best of them. So we're gonna continue to improve the inside forward role. So we now actually have 60 middle span. We started with 30, but Charles costed around 30. And the first player we need to replace is that CDM spot, man. And I want to do everything in my power to bring back a La Masia product in Marc Casado. So there we go, for 30 million from Bilbao back to Barcelona. He's gonna understand that role quickly, and I'm glad we were able to convince him. And that is a huge improvement. But with 30 million left, I'm sorry, Nitschta did not grow fast enough, so he will not be starting. Thiago Silva needs an incredible partner, and I found the perfect Spanish center back. Mika Marmol has around 81 potential and has a lot of La Liga. For 15 million, we were able to convince him to come to Barcelona from Feyenoord. He isn't exactly a wonder kid anymore, but he is a great partner, Thiago Silva. And there we go, the left-footed center back joins, and obviously the weak spots are those fullback spots. Let's see who I can find. And boys, I was gonna go fullback. Thiago Pitarch hasn't grown too crazy, and I should be able to think I want to steal him from Real Madrid. And I have to steal him because for 15 million, we're bringing in a future great midfielder for sure. I don't know about world class, but he has a lot of potential. So there we go, Pitarch is now in that midfield. And interestingly, this Belgium guy, he goes down a -4 as a right back. And if that is true, he would be better than Javier Spad. And it's only a -3. They lied. 72. I will take this, you know. He's our Swiss Army knife. But surely this team is now good enough to promote to La Liga. Because if not, I can smoke Gilberto Mora being the next one leaving. And we don't want to lose him. And yes, this time Barcelona were able to do it with 109 points. No playoff needed. And that's what I'm talking about. Julian Alvarez top goal scorer by a huge margin, while Anthony Gordon and Lamine got 11 in the league each, while Lamine still hasn't taken over, as Casado is the top assist, as Julian Alvarez was robbed of that player of the season. But there we go. I think this is the first time all 3 of them were in the team of the season, alongside Casado, Silva, Marmol, Padilla. But 29 goals in all comes. 12 and 3 for Lamine. You know what? I'll give him some slack because he scored a lot of goals. Same with Anthony Gordon. Yo, center back Mika Marmol with 10 is insane. And of course, like I mentioned, Casado. Well, Gilberto Mora was also pretty decent. But it's a 75 overall for Anthony Gordon. Julian Alvarez at a 74. And Lamine Yamal still the highest rated at 77. For the rest of the squad, 79 Mora, 83 Casado, 75, 80 Marmol. Yo, this back line actually looks great. This guy was a right mid, center mid, and full back now. And he's at a decent overall. And in La Liga, there's a bunch of frauds, man. How is Simon Banza and whoever this guy is top goal scorers? Okay, Mbappe with 25, Vinny with 6, 12 for Karim Benzema, Gareth Bale and Cristiano. Come on, only 6 goals is not good. Well, how are Espanyol being led by Javier Guado, Suarez, Neymar, Messi? Dude, they're not impressive. So now going into La Liga, maybe it's looking good for them. And in the brand new season, we have 70 mil to spend. And luckily, we did not lose a single player in this team. And I think it's time to upgrade on those fullbacks for now. And to survive relegation, I think we need some decent fullbacks. Jorge Salinas, former La Masia product like Casado. So for only 20 million, I am signing myself play fullback. 25 million, we have brought back Hector Ford to play, and that right back spot. So the fullback positions have been drastically improved on the center back and the goalkeeper position for the last 5 million. And the only 2 keepers I could afford is Alex Remedo, who cost like 2 million to bring in at an 82 overall, or go for someone the exact same rating, 4 years younger, and it's still around the same. So for 10 million, this will be my final signing. I think our squad is just fine. Kelleher is a Barcelona, but obviously once we get to the Champions League, hopefully we can get a world-class keeper. And there we go. This squad looks incredible. Is it enough in the division? And I think our biggest problem in the front 3 is actually Julian Alvarez. 74 is really bad in overall. So I think we need to continue to improve his finishing with the advanced forward. Lamine Yamal has mastered the wide playmaker role with pluses, so we're gonna give him back the inside forward and hopefully he can get more goals. And Anthony Gordon has kind of been spamming that shooting. It's time to upgrade his pace, the winger role. Time for the trio's La Liga debut against Getafe, as Getafe has gained David Soria and Jenny, making it difficult for these guys to score because they're one of the best Getafe players of these last 2 decades. And the game kicks off. We're about to find out the level of the brand new front 3 here. Lamine Yamal gives it into Julian Alvarez with a great pass into Lamine. He cuts inside. This This is brilliant from Lamine. Through ball into Julian. No, it cannot get there. But here come Getafe. Luckily, they don't have any new forwards. But here comes Tolosa. No, not this. I can see the first goal of La Liga burst. And it goes in. New signing Kelleher could not save it. This is not good. Great tackle from Pitar. Lamine Yamal gives it into Julian, who finds Gordon. Back into Julian. It hits the crossbar. How do you miss, Julian? But here come Getafe again. Dude, if they concede another, they might actually relegate. They can't even be hit. Rods gives it into Uche, who finds Lopez. Great tackle. No, he gets bodied. Santecas. Peter. Great save. Diego Pitarch in the middle gives it into Marcasado. Can you find Lamine? Yes, he does. And here comes Lamine Yamal. Through ball all the way to Gordon. Is it going to be completed? Yes, it is. Gordon. It goes. There is a special Yamal we need. Brilliant finish from Anthony. Mika Marbol, Gilberto Mora, Marc Casado, into Thiago Pitarch with a great pass into Lamine. He wins it back, and now it's Lamine Yamal, cuts inside. Lamine with the cross in. Oh, what a pass with his right, leaves it for Julian, but he can't score it. Thiago Pitarch, Barcelona are getting into the rhythm that they need to. Gilberto Mora into Thiago Pitarch. What a midfield they do have. Julian Alvarez out wide into Lamine Yamal, cross in into Mora with the header. No. Thiago Pitarch out wide into Anthony Gordon. Gordon scores into Julian, and this time he puts it away. Finally, Barca take the lead. They get better as the game goes on. And the whistle blows. What a debut for the brand new MSN La Liga. Everyone did there, but I need them to do even better. They ever want to win the treble. And at the end of the season, Barcelona just missed out on European football. But they might actually get it because we know how glitchy this game is. So yes, the front three might have Conference League football. As Mbappe was a top goal scorer this year. Luis Suarez, there we go. Karim Benzema, Ronaldo, that's what I like to see. But Anthony Gordon was our top goal scorer. He's consistently been the best player in this front three. Gilberto Mora shining with the assist. Where is Lamine Yamal, bro? Come on, he's been so... Oh, there he is. 7 assists is not too bad. As Mbappe wins the player of the year. Any team of the season shout? Lamine Yamal is the only one. Okay, let's see his stats. And it was actually Anthony Gordon again, the top goal scorer. 10 and 10 for Casado. He's been crucial. 9 and 8 for Lamine Yamal. Only 9 goals for the striker Julian. This front three has been underwhelming. They need to do better. But of course, they're still only at a 79 overall. 78 for Julian Alvarez. 81 for Lamine Yamal. He needs to start stepping up as well. However, the rest of the team, Mora 82, 86 for Casado, 77 for Thiago Silva, 45, still going strong. Mika Marmol 82, Kelleher 84. And yes, look, it's confirmed we're in the Conference League. That's the goal this season. And hopefully next year we could compete with a prime Real Madrid. And now Espanyol for the La Liga title. And 100 million should be enough to win that trophy. So now the question is, where should we improve? Mora is at an 83 and Kelleher, they're an international duty. That's why I think we need that new center back. Thiago Silva, timeless apparently, but we could use an improvement. Thiago Pitarch got an injury, so he didn't improve. I also want to spend some money there. And I think the perfect replacements are Orku from Benfica and Jeremy Jacquet from Liverpool. So for 50 million, Jeremy Jacquet has decided to leave Liverpool for FC Barcelona. For the other 50 million, the 29-year-old is now joining the Barcelona MSN. And take a look at this brand new team. Jacquet will go up in overall, and so will Coach Crew, hopefully. And when it comes to Julian Alvarez, his shooting is actually world class. We need to somehow find a way to increase his pace. And whoa, he still has that second cam position, so I'm gonna give him the half winger. Lamine Yamal is starting to look better. His pace again is a problem, so winger it is for him. And finally, Anthony Gordon looks the most well-rounded once again, so we're gonna go for the wide playmaker. And they were able to make the Conference League final, but it's gonna be against Lazio. But Julian Alvarez is actually the top goal scorer of the whole, while Dia has 8 goals. As he has 15 in all competitions, 9 for Alex Marcal, for Harry Gray, Nicolo Rovella, some decent players. But who are they adding to this already pretty decent team? And they have legend Alessandro Nesta, Ballon d'Or winner Paul Nedved, and streets won't forget Ciro Immobile. Yo, winning this Conference League is almost impossible. But even if this new MSN's been disappointing, can they win first European trophy? Final kicks off. Marc Casado gives it all the way to Coach Ku. Coach Ku's looking for a through ball. Can he find Lamine Yamal? No, he is not fast enough, I think. No, he almost won it. Ciro Immobile gives it into Taylor. Oh no, it's Shaibi with a shot and it goes in. Lazio lead in the... But here come Lazio. Get Ciro Immobile's 1v1. It hits the crossbar. They look out. Forced back into Shaibi. Isaacson gives it into Immobile. Another great save. They're getting dominated. Ballon d'Or winner Paul Nedved on the ball. If they make it 2, I don't know if Barcelona can even win this trophy. Isaacson gets rid of 1. It's still Isaacson into Shaibi with a shot. It's 2-0. It's not even Nedved and Immobile scoring. So if they decide to turn up, this might be ugly. Lamine Yamal wins the ball back and now it's Julian Alvarez looking for that through ball. He finds Lamine. Lamine, you have to get there, man. Second half now. Here come Lazio. Nedved into Chaibi looking for the shot that goes wide. Marc Casado gets it out wide into Coach Hu. Come on, Barcelona. Kickstart remontada. Julian Alvarez is waiting for Lamine Yamal's run and he does find it. Lamine with the cross in all the way to Gordon. Can he take a touch? He does. He squares it in the middle. Nobody's there. He can't get the pass through actually. And here come Lazio. Get Ciro Immobile with the shots. Great save from Kelleher. Paul Nedved, the Ballon d'Or winner with another shot. Kelleher, great save. Can they go? Mourinho on the counter. Mora out wide into Salinas. And here comes Jorge. Gives it into Anthony Gordon. Gordon in the middle to Julian, who finds Coach Lamin's on the run, but he's offside. Into Julian. Please don't be offside. He is, man. He is. However, Barcelona win the bug bat. Coach Chu with a great pass into Lamine Yamal. He's through on goal. He needs this. He squares it into Julian, and it goes in. 17 minutes left to go. Come on. Let's get at least another. 10 minutes left to go. Hector Ford with a brilliant pass into Coach Chu. Here come Barcelona. Another brilliant ball into Lamine Yamal. Come on. Can he find somebody? He finds Gordon. Takes a touch inside. Gordon finesse. And he beats Nesta somehow. Terrible defending from the legend. 2-2, baby. Let's. Coach Chu wins the ball back. Gives it to Lamine Yamal. 90th minute of the game. It falls into Gordon again. Gordon still has it. Squares it into Julian. Shot is back by Nest. Into Lamine Yamal with the cross in. All the way to Gordon. First time finish. Top corner. But he's offside. What a goal that would have been. Oh. Corner for Lazio. Cross in from Romano. Into Alessandro Nesta. What a save, Kelleher. Gordon presses like a monster. Wins the ball back. That's lovely. Hector Ford into Coach Chu. Out wide into Lamine Yamal. Can he beat Goodmanson? For a third time he does. Through ball into Julian. Gives it to Gilberto. Mora finesse. And it goes in corner. No need to shoot from that far. But it might be over. And let's go. Lamine lifts the Conference League. They actually came back, man. But hey, maybe next season, with the right signings, they can maybe start pushing for the treble. And the reason I say that is because they finished them behind Atletico, Espanyol, of course, and Real Madrid. And Anthony Gordon got real close to the Golden Boot as it's a Luis Suarez and Karim Benzema battle. There were no Lamine Yamal in the top assist chart. I hope he still did well. And there we go. Things are looking better. 25 for Anthony Gordon. Those are the numbers we need. 20 for Julian Alvarez. 12 and 12 for Lamine. I think that's his best ever season. So 9 and 11 for Coach Chu. 8 and 5 for Casado. And this is what the squad looks like. Gordon 83. 81 for Alvarez. He's falling a little bit behind. Lamine Yamal with an 84. 88 for Coach Chu. 86 for Gilberto Mora. 86 Casado. The team looks sensational. With Champions League for next year, is there a chance they win the treble? So in the next season, they have 150 million to spend. And I think I know the exact one signing that can help change the entire team and maybe win the treble. And that would be the signing of Joan Garcia, the world's best keeper. And weirdly, with a swap idea plus 3 million, Joan Garcia is returning to Barca. Juventus made a huge mistake. So that leaves us with 147 million. And boys, I need to bring back Kubarsi. We need him here. So with my final 147 million, Paul Kubarsi returns back home. This team might be one of the favorites. Weirdly, the weak spot is the front three as of right now. So this is the brand new team. Can this defensive midfield carry a so far underwhelming front three to a treble? Now with Julian having his pace up, we just have to continue to work on his finishing. We're gonna give him the advance forward. Lamine Yamal, it's time you became that guy. Inside forward one more time. Anthony Gordon, no complaints about you. Inside forward again. And well, Barcelona have reached the Conference final. Barcelona B basically. As Julian Alvarez is one of the top goal scorers, so is Lionel Messi. And in all competitions, it's actually Fernandes the top goal scorer, Suarez with 18, Messi with 17, Neymar with 14. But not only do they face MSN, they also face Iniesta, Xavi, and Busquets. A win here could set them on course to win the treble this year. Let's see how good this trio is. Orkun Kochko gives it all the way wide into Lamine Yamal, who gives it to Marc Casado, into Julian Alvarez. Okay, they feel a lot better now. Great pass into Lamine Yamal. He's 1v1 with the finesse, but he gets beat. But here comes Neymar Jr. back into Gonzalez. I don't see Busquets either. Actually, I don't see Xavi. Iniesta shot saved by Garcia. Neymar, great tackle from Jeremy Jacquet. Great pass into Gordon. Gordon gives it all the way into Gilberto Mora. And here come FC Barcelona, the new age, into Lamine. Great pass from Mora. Inside. Kochku through ball. Julian Alvarez, 1v1. Squares it back into Gordon. Finish. It goes top corner. Front three are all involved. They lead in the Espanyol final. Sergio Busquets now on the attack. Here come Espanyol. Iniesta into Dolan. Why is Messi not on the pitch? Iniesta 1v1 shot. It's in. It looks like right now they don't need Lionel Messi. Luis Javier Suarez into Sergio Busquets. Finds. Oh my days. Iniesta makes it 2-1. Espanyol take the lead. Come on, new MSN. You guys cannot lose to the old guard. Prove to me that you deserve to be the world's best trio. Here comes Lamine Yamal. Cuts inside. It's still Lamine in the middle. Into Gilberto Mora, who finds Gordon. Gordon cuts to his left. Dude, they're closing him down like crazy. Into Mora. Dude, no one's open. Where's Julian? Yamal. Kochku. Julian Alvarez. Come on. It's been a disappointing game. Great through ball into Lamine Yamal. Can you carry this side and go ahead and make it 2-2? Lamine cuts inside. Lamine. It goes in. 11 minutes left to play. It's not over. He's finally turning up, man. But here come Espanyol. An extra time shot that's saved by Garcia. Oh, but here come Espanyol again. Another save by Garcia. Here come Barcelona. Anthony Gordon in the middle. loses it, man. Are you serious? It falls to Julian. They give it away. Oh my days, a frustrating game. Espanyol finally slip up. It might be over. And yes, they won the Copa del Rey. This is genuinely the hardest game of career mode I've played this year. Iniesta and Busquets are a nightmare, but Yamal wins the Copa del Rey. Come on, 2 more trophies and it's done, man. And yes, Barcelona were able to win La Liga. Real Madrid were a little bit, and in the Champions League, they were able to finish it first. Keep in mind, all of these teams had their 3. PSG had the likes of Kylian Mbappe, Zlatan, and even Edison Cavani, who hasn't even played too much. And someone like Juve had Cristiano, Del Piero, and Roberto Baggio. And in the round of 16, they smashed the Man City. Quarterfinals, it destroyed Benfica. And semis beat PSG. And it's Leverkusen that made the final. Here's the thing about Leverkusen. First of all, shout out to Luis Openda, who was one of the top goal scorers. Julian Alvarez and Anthony Gordon are absolutely cooking with Coach Ku. But Leverkusen, notice how they have Florian Wirtz. Well, the only player they got was Florian Wirtz because their best ever front 3 or even their best ever attack are not accessible in this game. So they are outliers. They are underdogs. How are they in this final? And look who's finally killing it. 41 for Julian. 30 goes for Anthony Gordon. How is Lamine Yamal the worst of the 3? If someone wins the Ballon d'Or, it's gonna be between them 2. Let me know down below who you think it will be. Yo, Lamine might steal it. He's the highest rated of the 3. Julian 88, Gordon 88. While the midfield is only 88 and above, and the center backs are also 88 and above, fullbacks being the weaker link. But there's one problem. As the UCL final kicks off, they have not had one dominant performance in the entirety of this challenge. So I'm hoping it could somehow be tonight and prove that they're the world's best trio. And here comes Julian Alvarez. He wins the ball back. But come on, he's 1v1. Can he finish this? Yes, he does. And Julian Alvarez makes it 1-0. And by the way, I forgot, Berbatov is also on this team. It was only Wirtz and Berbatov. Gordon wins the ball back with his high pressing, as we know he loves to do. What a skill move from Anthony Gordon. He's through. That's a penalty, ref. That's a pen. Lamine Yamal to take it. Where is he gonna go? Bottom left, and he hits the post. It's not in. It's not in. I swear this trio just makes it harder for themselves. Jeremy Jacquet, how do you lose the ball again? Okay, he wins the ball back. Gilberto Mora. Come on, let's get another goal. Brilliant through ball. Julian Alvarez, and goes in. Julian and Gordon are turning it up. No idea where Yamal is. Jorge Salinas gives it to Gilberto Mora, who finds Anthony Gordon. Gordon back into Mora. Mora to Casado. Casado into Julian. Julian Alvarez through ball into Gordon. It's a 2-handed side here. Anthony Gordon is 1v1. Looking to finesse it, and it doesn't go in. He got murdered there. Gilberto Mora gives it to Anthony Gordon. Barcelona are looking for that last goal. Gordon with a finesse. It's close. Are you serious? Gilberto Mora back on the ball. Casado into Julian. Alvarez gets inside. He gets rid of the defenders. Julian, it's over. It's over. Julian and Gordon absolutely carrying Yamal in this final. Well, it wasn't pretty, but Yamal lives the UCL, took home the treble, became the best trio of all time. Who won the Ballon d'Or? And what? Anthony Gordon is the one that won it? Let me know if you predicted it. But if you guys enjoyed this video, click on this video right here because I know you'll love it.